Okay, so let's talk about Git Flow. I'm Tim from Tiger Astronomy. I've watched a few tutorials on Git Flow lately, and Git Flow is something I've used for a good long time now, and I feel that the tutorials are kind of missing the point of Git Flow a little bit. Now, often you'll be presented with this diagram, and it looks overcomplicated, but in fact, for most developers, most of the time, you only need to be concerned about a tiny part of this diagram. Also, the tutorials quickly get into how to install and use the tools, and they you actually don't need any tools to use Git Flow. So and the tutorials kind of omit to explain that. So what Git Flow actually is just a bunch of conventions for naming branches, for guiding you as to what you do on which branch, and some guidelines around how you change your version numbers of your software. So I just want to give a quick demo of what Git Flow is at grassroots, really. So we're going to make a new directory and go into it, and then I'm going to initialize Git in there. Now you can see we have a master branch. Now in Git Flow, your master branch is the branch used for bringing forth production releases. So in theory, every commit onto master is a deployable piece of code into production. So you won't normally develop on master. So the first thing you want to do is create a develop branch, which is where you do your development. Oh, now maybe I need to make a commit there. Git okay. Echo, let's just create a file. So there's something in the repository. Then we'll git add star. Okay, git commit -m initial load. Okay, so here we go. So now we should be able to make a develop branch. Git checkout develop. Okay, so there we go. We're on the develop branch. Now, as a developer, you're doing Git Flow. Well done. That's all there is to it. Now, in practice, it will be a little bit more complicated than that, because one of the things you'll want to do is every time you add a feature to the code, you'll create a feature branch. So what that looks like is you would create a branch called feature/my feature, and there we go. We echo more text into another file, other file.txt. Okay, I created a new feature. Git add star git commit migrate feature. Okay, and then git checkout develop, back to the develop branch, git merge feature my feature. Okay, so I created a feature and I merged it into develop, and that's it. You're doing Git Flow. So for most developers, that's all there is to it. Now things get a little bit more complicated when you start making production releases, because on anything that's non-trivial, you'll probably want to create a release hardening branch, and then do whatever you need to do on that, and then when it comes time to deploy into production, you merge that into master and back into develop. Now that is the point at which the Git Flow tools become useful. There's nothing you can't just do from the command line, but in practice the tools make it a little bit easier because they just automate all the merges and branch creations and deletions. So Git Flow, fundamentally, you do not need any tools to do Git Flow. It's just a convention for naming branches, and I think some of the tutorials need to bear that in mind and explain it more carefully. I've been Tim from Tiger Astronomy. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.